choose someone else.
You've seen them on the big screen, starring in blockbuster hits and beloved TV shows. But what if we told you some of Hollywood's most familiar faces have a past that few fans know about? Before the fame, the red carpets, and the awards, a surprising number of stars took on roles in a very different kind of spotlight. These are the Hollywood actors who once appeared in adult films, and their stories might just change the way you see them forever. Sylvester Stallone. Before he became an international icon as Rocky Balboa, Sylvester Stallone had a humble beginning that surprises many fans. In the early 1970s, long before his Hollywood breakthrough, Stallone appeared in a low-budget film titled The Party at Kitty and Studs. This project, filmed in 1970, was one of his earliest acting gigs during a financially tough time. Stallone has been open about the experience, explaining that he was struggling to pay rent and saw the opportunity as a way to keep his dreams alive. Stallone's big break came in 1977 when he wrote and starred in Rocky, a film that became an instant classic and earned multiple Academy Award nominations, including Best Actor and Best Original Screenplay. His portrayal of the underdog boxer resonated with audiences worldwide and launched a franchise that continues to this day. Following Rocky, Stallone solidified his position as a Hollywood powerhouse with the Rambo series. As John Rambo, he became the face of action cinema in the 1980s, portraying a character that combined physical strength with emotional depth. These roles showcased Stallone's range and established him as more than just an action hero. Over the decades, Stallone continued to expand his filmography with titles like Cliffhanger, Demolition Man, and Copland, where he received critical praise for stepping into a more dramatic role. In the 2010, he created the Expendables franchise, bringing together action legends for high-octane entertainment that paid homage to the genre. In 2015, Stallone returned to the Rocky universe in Creed, earning a Golden Globe and another Oscar nomination. His ability to reinvent himself and stay relevant over multiple generations is a rare feat in Hollywood. With over 50 years in the industry, Stallone's career is a testament to resilience, creativity, and lasting impact. The next name on our list is best known in the film industry not for his on-screen roles, but for his incredible contributions behind the camera. John Bailey. A respected cinematographer and later the president of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, Bailey's career has spanned decades of influential work that shaped the way we experience film today. But before rising to prominence, his journey included moments that were far from glamorous. In his early years, while navigating the tough and competitive world of filmmaking, Bailey worked across a wide variety of productions to gain experience and earn a living. Among those early experiences were a few adult-themed projects, a common reality for many aspiring artists trying to build a foundation in a challenging industry. While these moments are rarely highlighted, they reflect the economic struggles many young professionals face when trying to break into Hollywood. Bailey's turning point came when he stepped behind the lens as a cinematographer. His work on films such as Ordinary People in 1980, which won the Academy Award for Best Picture, helped establish him as a skilled and visionary talent. He followed that success with visually powerful films like The Big Chill and Groundhog Day, bringing emotional depth and artistic style to the screen. In 2017, Bailey reached a pinnacle of respect in the industry when he was elected president of the Academy. He used his platform to advocate for cinematic diversity and integrity. His long-standing influence on Hollywood's visual storytelling and industry standards makes him a key figure in modern filmmaking. You may know the next name on our list from television screens, but behind the spotlight was a turbulent path shaped by talent and tragedy. Kelly Jean Van Dyke. Kelly Jean Van Dyke was an actress who appeared in several popular TV shows during the 1980s, carving out a space for herself in an industry where competition was fierce. Born into a famous entertainment family, her father being Jerry Van Dyke and her uncle the legendary Dick Van Dyke, Kelly had showbiz in her DNA. She made guest appearances on hit television shows such as My Mother the Car and Accidental Family. While her roles were often brief, her charisma stood out. Casting directors took note of her presence, and she began to appear more frequently in small-screen projects. Despite working in the shadow of her more famous relatives, Kelly worked hard to develop her own identity in Hollywood. Throughout her career, Kelly faced personal challenges but remained committed to her work. She had the talent and potential to rise higher, and many in the industry recognized that she was on the verge of a breakthrough. Tragically, her life came to an untimely end in 1991, cutting short a career that might have grown into something truly significant. What makes Kelly's story especially moving is not just her lineage or early promise, but the determination she showed in trying to step out of the shadow of her last name. Her career may have been brief, but her impact left a lasting impression on those who worked with her. She is remembered today for her spirit, strength, and the promise of what could have been. Let's now tell you about Scott Schwarz. Scott Schwarz found early fame as a child actor, capturing hearts in the timeless holiday film A Christmas Story in 1983, where he played the unforgettable character Flick, the kid who got his tongue stuck to a frozen pole. This iconic moment became a part of American pop culture and continues to be referenced in films, commercials, and holiday specials to this day. Before that, he starred opposite Richard Pryor and Jackie Gleason in The Toy in 1982, showcasing his natural comedic timing and emotional depth. At just 14 years old, Schwarz was already working with some of Hollywood's biggest names, an opportunity that few young actors experience so early. However, like many child actors, Schwarz faced challenges transitioning into adult roles. As opportunities in mainstream film began to wane, he made controversial choices in the 1990s that temporarily shifted his career path. Eventually, Schwarz returned to more traditional roles and became involved in film distribution and memorabilia preservation. His deep love for cinema never faded, and he became a well-known figure at fan conventions and pop culture expos. Scott also worked with the A Minor Consideration Foundation, which supports former child actors adjusting to adulthood. His behind-the-scenes contributions and open discussions about the highs and lows of his career have helped others navigating similar challenges. Though his early roles defined him for a generation, Scott Schwarz's career has continued in unique and meaningful ways. He remains a recognizable and respected figure within the entertainment community, not just for one famous scene, but for a lifelong dedication to the industry. Then we have another big name who was a gritty talent who brought intensity to the screen, but behind the roles was a man constantly battling inner demons. Tom Sizemore. He was one of the most intense and magnetic actors of the 1990s and early 2000s. With a gravelly voice and a commanding presence, Sizemore often portrayed complex, hard-edged characters. His breakout came in the action-packed Heat in 1995, where he starred alongside Robert De Niro, Val Kilmer, and Al Pacino. That role cemented him as a reliable supporting actor in big-budget crime dramas. He continued to build his reputation with strong performances in Saving Private Ryan, directed by Steven Spielberg, and Black Hawk Down in 2001. These roles showcased his ability to blend toughness with emotional vulnerability, making him a standout in ensemble casts. Directors loved his intensity and ability to bring authenticity to gritty characters. Sizemore's career also included TV appearances, voice work for video games like Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, and several lead roles in independent films. However, despite his professional accomplishments, he often made headlines for personal struggles that impacted his career. What makes Seismore's story so compelling is how deeply invested he was in his craft. He trained at Temple University and later with renowned acting coaches. Even during the toughest periods of his life, he continued to work on projects, demonstrating an unwavering commitment to his art. Tom Sizemore passed away in 2023, leaving behind a legacy of unforgettable performances. He wasn't just another actor, he was a force on screen. His body of work continues to be celebrated by fans who appreciated the raw emotion and intensity he brought to every role. Our list continues with Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy's path to fame is one of the most unconventional in Hollywood history. Before entering the entertainment world, he earned a master's degree in special education and briefly worked as a teacher in New York. However, a chance opportunity led him into the film industry, specifically into a genre that was far outside the Hollywood mainstream. There, he gained massive recognition and built an enduring name for himself. His larger-than-life personality and ability to engage with audiences made him stand out. Over time, Jeremy became a familiar figure beyond his original work, crossing into pop culture and earning a kind of cult celebrity status. By the 1990s and early 2000s, he was widely known not just within his original industry, but among general audiences, often appearing as a self-parody in various media projects. Ron Jeremy made cameo appearances in a number of mainstream productions, including The Boondock Saints and Detroit Rock City. His recognizable appearance and sense of humor made him a favorite for quirky, unexpected cameos. He was also featured in music videos for artists like Sublime and Moby, cementing his role as an entertainment oddity embraced by alternative culture. Throughout his career, Jeremy also appeared in documentaries, comedy specials, and even reality shows. His unique position in entertainment made him a subject of curiosity and fascination for decades. While his image was often used humorously, his presence marked a strange intersection of niche fame and mainstream recognition. His later years were marked by controversy and legal issues, ultimately bringing an end to his public career. Still, Ron Jeremy remains a symbol of how unpredictable the entertainment industry can be, and how fame, once achieved, can take many forms, both celebrated and scrutinized. Next, we have someone who transcends categories in entertainment. Sasha Gray. Sasha Gray is one of the most recognizable names in modern entertainment, known for her fearless reinvention and dynamic career. After initially gaining recognition through unconventional roles, Gray made a deliberate and successful move into mainstream media, quickly earning a reputation as a talented and multifaceted performer. Her mainstream acting debut came in 2009 when acclaimed director Steven Soderbergh cast her in The Girlfriend Experience. The indie drama premiered at the Sundance Film Festival and positioned Gray as a rising voice in serious cinema. Her performance was praised for its authenticity and emotional complexity, proving her ability to captivate audiences beyond expectations. Following that breakthrough, Gray made guest appearances on HBO's Entourage, where she played a fictionalized version of herself. This marked the beginning of her transition into broader entertainment circles. She went on to act in a number of independent thrillers, horror films, and experimental projects, earning respect for her dedication to roles that challenged conventions. Outside of acting, Sasha Gray explored writing and released her debut novel, The Juliet Society, in 2013. The book gained international attention and was later translated into multiple languages, further establishing her as a creative voice with depth and perspective. Her artistic reach also extended into music, where she found success as a DJ, performing internationally at festivals and clubs. She engaged heavily with her fans on social media, podcast platforms, and live streams, often discussing topics like creativity, empowerment, and identity. Sasha Gray's career is a clear example of how reinvention and authenticity can defy industry norms. Her evolution from performer to actress, author, and musician showcases the power of creative independence and personal growth in the entertainment world. She continues to inspire others with her fearless approach to storytelling and self-expression. Moving forward, we have Simon Rex, who is a true entertainment chameleon. Simon Rex. Simon Rex is a multi-talented entertainer whose career has stretched across acting, modeling, music, and digital media. With a personality that's both unpredictable and charming, he's carved out a unique space in pop culture since first rising to fame in the late 90s. Rex began as an MTV VJ, where his offbeat humor and laid-back style quickly won over young viewers. His charisma made him a natural fit for the network, and he soon became a familiar face, hosting shows and interviewing some of the biggest stars of the era. This visibility launched him into new opportunities, including film and television. He is perhaps best known for his comedic role as George Logan in the Scary Movie franchise. His performance in Scary Movie 3 and 4 cemented his status as a comedy favorite. With spot-on physical humor and a knack for timing, Rex became a standout in the parody genre, appealing to a generation of moviegoers who loved slapstick and satire. Outside of acting, Simon Rex pursued music under the stage name Dirt Nasty. His satirical hip-hop tracks gained a cult following, blending outrageous lyrics with catchy beats. His music found popularity among fans who appreciated his ability to not take himself too seriously. In a surprising turn, Rex delivered a critically acclaimed performance in Red Rocket in 2021, directed by Sean Baker. Playing a washed-up former performer trying to start over, his raw and emotional portrayal earned praise at major film festivals and revived his acting career in a dramatic way. Simon Rex's journey through fame is anything but typical. He's embraced comedy, music, and indie drama, often redefining himself in the process. His ability to evolve while staying true to his creative spirit makes him one of the most interesting figures in modern entertainment. Then comes Angelique Pettyjohn. Angelique Pettyjohn was an actress whose career bridged mainstream science fiction, cult classics, and adventurous roles that gave her a devoted fan following. She is perhaps best remembered for her striking appearance in Star Trek, the original series, where she played Shauna in the episode The Gamesters of Triskelion. Her role became one of the most memorable one-episode characters in the show's history. Beyond Star Trek, Pettyjohn appeared in a range of films and TV shows during the late 1960s and 1970s. Her versatility allowed her to transition easily between genres, appearing in westerns, horror flicks, and comedy skits. Her role in Clambake alongside Elvis Presley also stands out as a notable highlight from her early screen work. Known for her strong screen presence and charisma, she was a favorite at science fiction conventions in the 1980s, where she regularly interacted with fans and celebrated her contributions to the genre. Her loyal fan base appreciated both her beauty and her approachable personality. Angelique also had a background in stage performance and worked in Las Vegas as a showgirl, reflecting her comfort in front of live audiences as well as cameras. She passed away in 1992, but her legacy lives on through her cult-status roles and memorabilia cherished by collectors. While her filmography may not be packed with blockbusters, Angelique Pettyjohn remains a beloved figure in genre entertainment. Her unique path through Hollywood is a testament to the lasting power of character work and fan connection. After this, we have a surprising name who was part of a hit family sitcom. then vanished from the screen, leaving fans wondering what happened next. Jaime Foxworth. Jaime Foxworth gained early fame playing Judy Winslow on the beloved sitcom Family Matters, a staple of 1990s television. As the youngest member of the Winslow family, she was a familiar face in millions of households each week. Her portrayal of Judy was cheerful, relatable, and a vital part of the show's early seasons. However, midway through the series, Foxworth's character was written out without explanation, a decision that left many fans confused. While the show went on to focus more on Steve Urkel, Jaime quietly stepped away from the spotlight. This abrupt career pause led to years away from mainstream television, sparking curiosity about her whereabouts. In the years that followed, Foxworth faced personal challenges and financial setbacks that made headlines. She later appeared on reality television, including The Oprah Winfrey Show, where she candidly discussed her experiences growing up in the entertainment industry and her efforts to recover and reinvent herself. Today, Jaime Foxworth is known not only for her early work on Family Matters, but also for her strength in overcoming adversity. She has spoken openly about her journey, offering encouragement to others facing similar struggles. She also returned to writing and advocacy work, focusing on mental health awareness and the challenges child actors often face. Her story, while complicated, is one of courage, reflection, and growth. Jaime Foxworth's early role may have defined her in the public eye, but her determination to rebuild her life off-screen has become an equally important part of her legacy. Another big name on our list left an unforgettable mark in horror history, and then took his career down a completely unexpected path. Stephen Geoffreys. Stephen Geoffreys is best known to horror fans for his iconic role as Evil Ed in the 1985 cult classic Fright Night. His unique energy, voice, and sharp comedic timing made the character one of the most memorable sidekicks in horror movie history. Geoffreys' transformation in that film, from nerdy teen to terrifying vampire, helped the movie gain its lasting popularity and made him a standout among the rising stars of 1980s genre cinema. Before Fright Night, Geoffreys made a name for himself in theater, earning a Tony Award nomination for his performance in The Human Comedy on Broadway. His early career demonstrated strong dramatic chops, and he soon moved into teen comedies like Heaven Help Us in 1985 and Fraternity Vacation in 1985. His roles often leaned into quirky, offbeat humor, giving him a niche appeal that resonated with young audiences. Despite his early momentum, Geoffreys stepped away from mainstream acting in the 1990s. While his absence from traditional film raised questions, he returned to the public eye in the 2000s with appearances at horror conventions and in low-budget indie films. He eventually made a return to horror with films like Sick Girl in 2000 and Emerging Past in 2011, reconnecting with the loyal fan base that had never forgotten his earlier work. Stephen Geoffreys remains a cult figure, particularly among horror and retro cinema fans. His contributions to 80s pop culture and his memorable genre roles have ensured his place in Hollywood history. Though his path took some unique turns, his talent and impact continue to be celebrated by movie lovers and filmmakers alike. After Stephen comes the face of a hit sitcom in the 90s, but life after fame brought challenges that few could have predicted. Dustin Diamond. Dustin Diamond shot to fame as the lovable and eccentric Screech on the hit show Saved by the Bell. Starting in the late 1980s with Good Morning, Miss Bliss, Diamond became a household name when the series evolved into Saved by the Bell, running from 1989 to 1993. As the awkward but well-meaning friend, Screech was a central figure. bringing heart and comic relief to the high school sitcom that became a staple of Saturday morning television. Diamond continued playing the character in various spin-offs, including Saved by the Bell, The College Years, and The New Class, staying connected to the franchise longer than any other cast member. His portrayal of Screech spanned nearly 13 years, making it one of the most enduring characters in teen television history. While his on-screen persona was known for laughs and loyalty, Diamond's career outside the show proved more turbulent. He explored stand-up comedy and appeared in various reality TV programs, including Celebrity Fit Club and The Weakest Link. Despite struggling to break free from the Screech image, he remained active in the entertainment world, often engaging with fans through convention appearances and interviews. In 2009, Diamond authored Behind the Bell, a controversial memoir recounting his experiences on set, though he later distanced himself from the book's claims. His honest reflections, whether in print or interviews, painted a fuller picture of the pressures that come with early fame. Dustin Diamond passed away in 2021 after a short battle with illness. Though his later years were challenging, his role in shaping a generation's television memories remains undeniable. As Screech, he brought joy to millions, and his presence on Saved by the Bell continues to charm audiences through reruns and nostalgia. Let's now tell you about Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz burst onto the Hollywood scene in 1994 with a dazzling debut opposite Jim Carrey in The Mask. Cast in the role of Tina Carlisle, Diaz was only 21 and had no prior acting experience, but her charisma, screen presence, and undeniable talent made her an instant star. Her performance left a lasting impression, launching one of the most successful careers of her generation. Following her breakthrough, Diaz took on a variety of roles that showcased her range, from romantic comedies to action blockbusters. She starred in My Best Friend's Wedding in 1997, alongside Julia Roberts, cementing her status as a rom-com favorite. Then came There's Something About Mary in 1998, where her performance earned her critical acclaim and a Golden Globe nomination. Diaz also proved her versatility in dramatic films like Being John Malkovich in 1999 and Vanilla Sky in 2001, earning praise for her willingness to step out of the typical leading lady mold. She later joined the Charlie's Angels franchise, where she brought humor, strength, and style to a new generation of action heroines. In animation, her role as Princess Fiona in the Shrek series added another layer to her already impressive resume. The franchise's global success introduced her voice to a younger audience and reinforced her widespread appeal. Diaz stepped away from acting after 2014's Annie, later explaining her desire to focus on personal growth, family, and business ventures. In recent years, she launched a wellness brand and authored a best-selling book on health and aging. Her career, defined by both blockbuster hits and critically acclaimed performances, reflects a bold and fearless approach to Hollywood. Cameron Diaz didn't just play by the rules, she redefined what it meant to be a 2000 superstar. Following Diaz, Tracy Lords, who became a household name in the 80s, but her journey didn't stop there. Tracy Lords. Tracy Lords began her entertainment career surrounded by controversy, but her successful transition into mainstream film and television is a testament to her resilience and range as a performer. After moving past her early notoriety, Lords began building a new image in the 1990s, one that showcased her true acting chops. Her breakthrough in mainstream cinema came with John Waters' Cry Baby in 1990, where she starred opposite Johnny Depp. The film's offbeat tone and cult status helped reintroduce her to audiences in a completely new light. Lords' comedic timing and bold performance caught the attention of directors and casting agents, leading to a string of film and TV appearances. In the years that followed, she worked consistently in television, with guest roles on shows like Melrose Place, Profiler, First Wave, and Gilmore Girls. Her ability to move between genres, from science fiction to drama to sitcoms, reflected her versatility as a performer. Lords also embraced music, releasing the electronic-influenced album 1000 Fires in 1994. Its lead single, Control, gained popularity and even made it onto the Mortal Kombat film soundtrack, showcasing her talent beyond acting. In the 2000s, she continued working in independent cinema and also published a memoir, which became a New York Times bestseller. Her honest storytelling earned praise for shedding light on issues of identity, survival, and self-reinvention. Tracy Lords' career is a rare example of turning the page and writing an entirely new chapter in the spotlight. She not only changed the narrative surrounding her past, but also earned genuine respect for her talent and hard work in mainstream entertainment. The last star on our list went from teen movies to football headlines, with a career that touched nearly every corner of pop culture. Holly Sampson. Holly Sampson began her career as a fresh-faced teen actress in the early 1990s, quickly gaining recognition for her natural screen presence and charisma. One of her earliest credited appearances was in The Wonder Years, a nostalgic coming-of-age series that gave her valuable exposure to mainstream television audiences. Her charm and girl-next-door appeal made her a fitting addition to various family-friendly productions during the early stages of her career. Throughout the decade, Sampson continued landing small roles in popular teen comedies, dramas, and network TV shows. Her ability to blend into different characters made her a versatile young performer. During this time, she developed a reputation as someone who could carry both humorous and emotionally layered scenes with ease. As the 2000s approached, Sampson shifted her focus toward low-budget thrillers and genre films, often taking on bold, stylized roles in independent projects. Her performances often leaned into romance and suspense, and her confidence on screen helped elevate even the most experimental scripts. She became a recurring face in niche cinema, where her fan following began to grow. Beyond her film roles, Sampson occasionally appeared on reality and entertainment talk shows, reflecting her adaptability and comfort in front of live audiences. She was also known in Hollywood circles for her professionalism and work ethic. In 2010, her name entered headlines linked to an NFL controversy that brought sudden media attention. Despite the intense spotlight, she continued to stay connected to her creative pursuits, appearing at public events and continuing work on independent films. Holly Sampson's journey through television, indie cinema, and pop culture events is a testament to her adaptability. While her career followed an unconventional path, her body of work reflects a performer who embraced every chapter with confidence and talent. So, which of these names shocked you the most? Was it someone you grew up watching, or a star you never expected to have such a twist in their journey? Share your thoughts in the comments. We're curious to see which story caught you off guard the most.